accidentally clicked like the sim adoption rather than a pet. Oh my god, what have I done? Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We're here today with another part of Let's Play Pleasantview, and today we're in with the Goth family for round 2. Now in the last round things have got quite messy in terms of romance in the Goth household. Cassandra was out with her friends and with her fiancé, playing some cards, getting some drinks, having a good time. However, Cassandra caught the love of her life, Don Lothario, cheating on her with Dina Caliente. Dina Caliente is involved romantically with her father. Dina Caliente was married to her uncle. And Cassandra already doesn't like Dina. She definitely feels like Dina is involved with Mortimer and has been involved with her uncle Michael for rather nefarious reasons. She believes that someone like Dina would not be interested in these men for who they are, and rather for the sort of financial security that they can bring her. So stereotypically, a lot of people do view Dina as a gold digger, and Cassandra is one of those people. And seeing Don and Dina romantically together like that has only solidified in Cassandra's mind that Dina has no real interest in her father. So Alexander is off to school, and it's time for Cassandra to break the news to Mortimer that, she has seen Dina and Don do this. Now, Mortimer has known for some time that Cassandra is quite naive when it comes to Don. Rumours have been circulating the town that Don does entertain other women, and Mortimer just didn't feel like it was his place to say anything. And now that Cassandra is coming to him with news about Don and Dina, the whole situation is kind of rubbing Mortimer the wrong way. So I do feel like after this, he's probably going to be quite annoyed with Cassandra. So they're probably going to argue. He's not going to believe the rumors about Don and Dina. Like, he wants to play with Dina. He wants to hang out with Dina. He has a good time with Dina. He doesn't really want to believe that Dina would do something like this. Whereas she does, She has done that. She is acting inappropriately with other men. And Cassandra doesn't want to see Mortimer taken for a ride like this. So this is kind of affecting their relationship a little. But this is also something that Cassandra needs to work through by herself as well. We have hired a butler now. This is Alex Trottier, and he is the newest employee at Goth Manor. So he is going to help Mortimer and Cassandra take care of the estate, hopefully maintain the gardens, and hopefully make them some delicious dinners. I can't wait to see how he gets on. I also think he is super cute, so I wouldn't be upset if Cassandra and him maybe got a bit closer. I have re-rolled Cassandra's wants, just because when I loaded into the law, I still had Get Married to Dawn locked in. And I just wanted to see where Cassandra was mentally in terms of her relationship. And after I re-rolled her want to get married did disappear. So I am going to take that as Cassandra does not want to be with Don Lothario. So we are going to invite him over. He is working. We're going to invite him over later on tonight. But we are going to break up with Dom. I also feel like a lot of comments have suggested that Cassandra would do that as well. And, personally, I do agree. I do think that although Cassandra's quite naive about the whole relationship and the type of person that Dawn is, I do think she has a lot more self-respect for herself than to let someone treat her like that. Dina has just let herself into the house, and I'm not entirely sure how. We didn't invite her over, and I didn't hear anyone at the door, unless maybe the butler greeted her. But we're going to get Mortimer to stop playing piano and to talk to Dina. I'm not entirely sure how Mortimer feels about the whole situation, so I would like to see them sort of interact together and just see if we can, get a better idea of where Mortimer stands. Like, at the moment, him and Dina aren't serious. They are talking about what happened with Dawn, though, which I think is interesting. I feel like Dina is explaining the situation to Mortimer, being like, look, we're not exclusive. I do have feelings for you, and I also have fun with Dawn. Like, we're not on the same level at all. Like, how I feel about you and how I feel about Dawn are completely different. Dawn is harmless fun, and if anything were to happen between us, I obviously wouldn't see Dawn. I understand that I shouldn't have been speaking to Dawn like that in the first place, because not only is Dawn with Cassandra, he is also very close with my sister Nina, and it's a boundary that I shouldn't have crossed, and I do feel terrible about that. So Mortimer, I feel like, kind of understands where, oh, Alexander is now one of the top students at school. How nice. But Mortimer, I feel like he understands we are going to be charmed. We are going to be charmed. I love it. But Mortimer, I do feel like, understands where Dina is coming from. And Alexander, this really is not the time. Mortimer does understand where Dina is coming from. And, he can't be too upset with Dina. This is the girl that Alexander has brought home from school. This is Arcadia, I think her name is. So we're going to get Alexander to come and play with her, maybe play some red hands. We'll maybe tell her a joke. We'll maybe hang out with her. He does need to he wants to make a friend, and I do think that it's quite important for Alexander to make some more friends his age. Now, Cassandra is furious with Dina. As far as Cassandra is concerned, Dina is who has single-handedly wrecked her relationship. Now, it does take two to tango, but, she doesn't see any wrong in Dawn. She doesn't see it as Dawn is playing the field. She sees it as Dina is ruining her relationship, taking advantage of her father. And, she isn't happy about this at all. So she is going to give Dina a piece of her mind. Dina has the audacity to come into this house, to charm her father, and to act as if what she did wasn't wrong. And Cassandra is disgusted about that. So she is just going to, let Dina know how she feels. This is not okay. We're going to give her a poke so she learns. And, Cassandra doesn't want Dina in this house. So she is going to ask Dina to leave. Although this is her father's house, Dina is not welcome here when Cassandra's in. And Mortimer is going to come over and talk to Cassandra because he doesn't want Dina to come between him and his daughter. He doesn't want there to be issues between him and Cassandra. And he already feels bad for how he acted with Cassandra earlier. Cassandra is just looking out for her father. She is very family orientated. She's a very loyal sim. And Mortimer realizes this, and he realizes that Cassandra's heart is in the right place. And he just needs to make sure that Cassandra is okay. Obviously, this whole situation's been a big shock for her as well, and he just needs to spend some time caring for her rather than flirting with Dina. Now we're going to try and invite Don back over. He should be finished work by now, so hopefully we can put this whole situation to bed. Hi, you've reached Don's answering machine. I'm not home right now, so try calling again later. Thanks. I think that Don knows the relationship with Cassandra is over. I feel like he knows there is no coming back from what he did before. And he's just ghosting Cassandra now, quite frankly. That is what he's doing. Alexander will grow up in just one day at 6 p.m. It's time to plan a party and buy Alexander a birthday cake. Fun! Okay, I want Alexander to come and join Arcadia. Don't take a nap. Just so we can try and make friends with her, you know, before he ages up. We will age him up tomorrow, so that's going to be good. So Alexander and Arcadia are just here playing chess, and they have made friends, so that's really nice. I think it's nice that Alexander has found someone like him. Alexander doesn't get on well with a lot of children just because they're quite boisterous and they are, you know, as far as Alexander is concerned, children are quite immature. He definitely gets on a lot better with those older than him. And as his bio does say, it could just be a sort of byproduct of having older parents. And I just think it's really nice that, you know, him and Arcadia can get on so well playing chess. You know, they don't have to do any, like, running in the mud or, like, a water balloon fight, even though he does actually want to do that. But it's nice that he can bond in a way that is comfortable to him. Cassandra is home from work, Alexander is home from school, so it is time to organise a little birthday party for him. Honestly, Alexander only knows Arcadia. I don't feel like inviting Dina and Don is a good idea, so it is going to be a very small party, but I think it will be fun nonetheless. So Arcadia is coming round, which is good because he wants to become best friends with her. And I also need to get a little cake. The birthday boy is blowing out his candles. Alec is just here trying to make spaghetti. Like, this is not the time. You have literally had all day to make spaghetti. Why are you doing it now? But I feel like after all the drama and everything, it's nice to have something to celebrate. There he goes. Alec, come on, mate. Wow, what is he wearing? That music, though. Okay. I think I'm going to make Alexander a fortune sim. I know he does have the sort of hidden fortune token. And last time I made him a knowledge sim and a secondary fortune. Everyone got quite angry about that. So we'll make him a full fortune and I'll probably make him a secondary knowledge. He likes glasses, cleaning, and does not like charisma. You know what? I actually quite like that for Alexander. I feel like Alexander is quite socially awkward, so, you know, a charismatic sim might make him feel quite intimidated. So yeah, I do not have an issue with those turn-ons at all. And since Arcadia is a townie, we can age her up. So Alexander and Arcadia are going to be the same age. I think it would be rude not to do that. So he has grown up well. Wow. Oh, she's growing up like right now. This is exciting. So this is what being on top of the world feels like. With my current mood, it feels like living life is a breeze. Perfect. Oh, that's lovely. So here we have Arcadia aging up. Cute. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. So I'm going to give both Alexander and Arcadia a bit of a make. How is this a real dad? What on earth? Literally, what happened? Having to do dishes on your birthday. What a shame. But that is Alexander and Arcadia's outfits and everything changed. Alexander just has this cute little cardigan, and then I gave Arcadia this little crop top and jeans. So they look really cute. So we're just gonna get to know Arcadia a bit better, see what happens, and try and raise our party score. This birthday party needed some more gusto. Next time, pay more attention to your guests. Final party score, snoozer. Well, that's a bit rubbish. We only had one guest, and I paid a lot of attention to her. Now that Alexander's birthday party is officially over though, I do want to call over Dawn. Cassandra really wants to try and end this relationship ASAP. It is ridiculously dark, but Dawn has arrived. So we're going to go greet Dawn. But we're going to go and break up with Dawn. You know, this gravy train is over. We don't want anything to do with you. It's done. Not that I really feel like Dawn was with Cassandra for the money. I mean, a lot of people would probably get involved with her for money, but I don't really think that's something that motivated Dawn. And I don't think that really impacted his decision. So we are just going to ask Dawn to leave. We don't want that in our life anymore. So we're just going to ask him to leave, and we're just going to focus on us. Poor Cassandra is feeling really down after breaking off the engagement, though she knows deep down that is for the best. You know, her and Dawn would not have made a good couple, and if things were going wrong this early, you know, it's not really boding well. So she does want to obtain a pet, and that is something I think I would quite like to do for Cassandra. I do think we might get a little cat for her, just because I feel like, you know, she's a cat person. So we are going to go and we are going to call up the adoption service. I accidentally clicked like the sim adoption rather than a pet. Oh my god, what have I done? Congratulations, your request to adopt has been approved. We're all confident that you'll make a great parent. I mean, okay. She wanted a baby, so she is getting one. I'll come by shortly to drop off your new family member. I meant to adopt an animal. That special day has arrived. Please select your adoption preference. Well, we are going to get a baby. I do feel like Cassandra would want a baby. There's a new family member on the way. And she adopted a baby girl. I think we might name her Isabella. So it's kind of like a nod to her mum, Bella, but it's not quite the same name. With Cassandra sort of, quote unquote, losing her mother so young, I do feel like if she had a daughter, she would definitely want to try and honor her somehow. So yeah, we're going to go for Isabella. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I have accidentally adopted a baby. How cute is this? Aww. I mean, I didn't intend for Cassandra to have a baby this way. I didn't intend for her to adopt a human. But, I mean, that's one way to sort of get over the breakup. We do need to buy some baby things for Isabella, though. So let's play with Isabella. We'll cuddle her. And then we will give her a bottle. And then pop her into her new nursery. So this is what I built. Ideally, her nursery would be closer to Cassandra's bedroom. So I might move Alexander up here and maybe put the nursery downstairs. Just so the baby's not by herself. But I think it's turned out quite cute. Doesn't really fit in with the style of the rest of the house, but you know, it is what it is. So we're just going to take care of little Isabella. Cute. It's definitely not the sort of path to motherhood that Cassandra envisioned herself going on. And it's not the one I envisioned her going on. But, you know, it is what it is. We now have Isabella Goth in the household. Now that Cassandra has adopted Isabella and she knows the sort of meaning of motherhood, it's made Cassandra sort of face some feelings that she had been ignoring for a very long time, especially after naming her daughter Isabella. It has made her think of Bella, like her own mother, and she feels guilty. She feels guilty because she has carried on with her life while her mother is out there somewhere, while there's still a big question mark over where Bella is, what happened to Bella. So Cassandra is doing some research and trying to piece together a timeline from what she can remember what happened when Bella was last seen. And Cassandra has kind of taken it upon herself now to inject some life into Bella's disappearance and inject some life into this case. And hopefully, whatever the circumstances and whatever the outcome, Cassandra just wants to know what happened to her mum. Now that Alexander is a teenager, I have kind of broken the no electronics in the Goth household rule, and I have bought a computer for Alexander. I think it's going to be really handy for schoolwork and things for him, just so he can research for projects. Also, he has the want to earn some money, so I'm going to kind of interpret that as Alexander wants to get a job. So we're just going to search just now and see if there's anything that would suit Alexander. At the moment, his lifetime wish is to become the chief of staff. Now that is sort of subject to change, but I do actually really like that for Alexander. But obviously it depends on what happens when he ages into an adult. I'm not sure if I mentioned it at all, but the way I sort of deal with teenagers and things in The Sims 2 is I never change their sort of turn-ons, turn-offs. I never use the reward points. I never sort of change their lifetime wish. I never do any of that stuff until my Sims age into adults. Just because you're a very different person at 15 than who you are at 25. So I don't feel right spending all this stuff when my Sims are young just to realise I'm going to need completely different things when they're adults. But we could be a law firm receptionist. That could be good for Alexander. Ooh, the business career as a mailroom technician. That could also be very good. I'm just going to stick this on speed 2. Culinary, I don't really want for him. Military, absolutely not. We could put him in science like his father and sister, but I don't really like that. I think we are going to put him in the business career for now. I feel like that suits him best, and it's also probably the most unskilled of all those jobs. So I feel like a teenager could be a mailroom technician, but a teenager probably wouldn't be, a test subject in the science career, So 90% of the Goth family have turned in for the night. Little Isabella has a dirty bum, so she is crying upstairs. But, we'll get to her eventually. I do think this is probably a good time for us to wrap up this part, though. So much has happened, I can't even get my head around it. Where we started the part and where we ended it is just two completely different places. Alexander was a child at the beginning of this part, but he's now made a friend and grown into a teenager, and he has a job. Cassandra was engaged to Don Lothario and looking to start a family. She has broken up with Don and adopted a daughter. She is moving into the next stage of her life as a strong, independent woman. And then there's Mortimer. Nothing really happened with him, but it's fine, he's old. So this has been wild. There's been a lot of growth and a lot of change in the household, but it has been a fun one. It has been good. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think about the changes that have happened in the family? Tell me what you think is going to happen with Cassandra and Isabella. Is Cassandra going to fall into the arms of Darren? Is she going to focus on raising Isabella by herself? Is she going to continue working, or is raising children the life for her? What's going to happen with Alexander and Arcadia? Do you think they should maybe pursue something romantic if the wants line up? And tell me about Mortimer and Dina. What do you think is going to happen there? I love to know your thoughts and opinions on things, so do let me know in the comments down below. I'm always happy to discuss The Sims. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed this, and if you have, please consider leaving a like down below, because that helps me out massively. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!